What it do? What it do? What's going on, folks? Welcome to another live edition of Real Talk for Real Men. I am your host, Lee Black. And so we are still kind of getting our feet wet back in 2025 with all the things going on, and we are refining our audience. But if you're joining us tonight, this is a live Saturday edition of Real Talk for Real Men. And so we're going to hopefully have a little bit of fun. Pop in, enjoy the show. For those of you watching afterwards, don't comment, check me out, continue to subscribe to the channel. We never fully hit and realize our greatness, and so we are still accepting new visitors. Don't ever forget that one whatsoever. I see I got my co-host in the house, Miss Tasha Mack from Memphis. What's up, Tasha?
What's going on? How are you this Saturday, 1st of February?
I know. With it being 65 degrees here in Atlanta, so it's incredible. The weather was incredible today. How are you doing?
The weather was nice. Kind of a cool start, but I mean, it ended right now. It's ending very nicely. First day of Black History Month, so there you go.
But look, glad you're here, baby. Glad to see you. And of course, I got my brother from another, Mr. Kendrick, the sports guy. What's going on, partner?
What's good?
What's going
in
on,
the neighborhood? How we doing? I'm good, brother.
Man, we doing good.
Hey, what's up, Tasha? Yeah.
And my brother Kenny is in the big state of Texas. What's going on in TX?
Man, beautiful weather. Y'all know it is what? It was 69 degrees today, so that is my type of weather. So that's why I'm smiling so much, because I can get me out of winter. Get me out of here.
Don't get me wrong.
I know.
But it's too soon. Too soon. Which is signaling that we ain't gonna get probably too much more cold weather here. And I like winter. Tasha and I like winter. So
I don't.
It is what it is, and we're gonna make it do what it do. But look, I think we're gonna have the Postons joining us this evening. I did speak with Sherry, so we may end up having a full family tonight. But if not, once there's I'm not going to equate myself to Jesus Christ, but the Bible does say where two or more gather in his name, there I will be also. So look, I got two people here, so we going to make the show because we're going to talk about what we talk about for sure. And I got the topic tonight. I wanted to kind of talk about 10 lies men in Atlanta tell to impress women. We're going to give the family a couple of minutes to kind of join, but I always kind of let you, what brought me to this insight. I really was just searching around, and of course, with the weather breaking here in Atlanta, we here in the ATL are getting back out in these streets a lot sooner than imagined. And even just being out there today with the weather being what it is, this is an odd city. So when I came across this article, I wanted to kind of just have some fun with it. This is not going to be a serious conversation, folks, whatsoever. It's literally tailored towards Atlanta, but I wanted to have it in the context of what you guys see in your city. So in that sense, I hope that we do get the whole family, because we all from living literally in different cities. And of course, you'd have that male perspective. And of course, I want to see what the females think about this as well. As mentioned, Brother Kenny, you in Texas, Tasha's in Memphis, Tennessee. The Postons are in South Carolina, but they're from Philly, and then Sherry's New York. So it would be very interesting to kind of see what you guys think. And we're going to put these lies under the microscope and just kind of have some fun with it. So while we wait, I want to read this. This will set the tone. And again, feel free to personalize this towards your city, how it may apply, don't apply. But also, I would love to hear your input from what you know about Atlanta. And right on cue, we got Be Wet in the place. What's up? The Postons are in the house.
Hey,
y'all.
what's up, y'all?
What's going on, people?
How's my favorite couple doing?
Good to see y'all.
Man,
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. First appearance of the year. How are things go? How is your year off to for 2025?
Alive.
Baby, I understand. I understand. Well, look, if it ain't nothing but just having a little few laughs for this hour, the subject today is 10 lies men in Atlanta tell to impress women. And I just finished. We're going to have fun. It's not a serious conversation, but I wanted you guys to personalize this as it applies to your city. So think about these lies. This is specific to Atlanta, but how it may apply to where you're at in North Carolina, or even in Philly, Texas, Memphis, and we may get Sherry from New York. So Brother Kennard is popping in. What's going on? Appreciate you checking us out, partner.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your input as well. So to set things in motion, this is again specific to Atlanta, and I live here, so I'm going to be the resident expert for Atlanta, and I expect you guys to do for your city. It says Atlanta is a city filled with ambitious men, flashy lifestyles, and endless networking opportunities. It's no surprise that some men stretch the truth to impress women, whether it's about their finances, careers, or social status. These lies often surface in dating conversations. While some are harmless exaggerations, others can lead to serious disappointment. If you're dating in Atlanta, here are 10 common lies you might hear. So right off the bat, I want to ask you guys, do you think the lies that men tell change the veracity of them, or from city or state to state based on this? Because Atlanta is that place, flashy. I'm sitting here telling you this place is all about flash. What do you guys see when you think in terms of the lies men tell from your city's perspective? And Vernon says, Kennard says, it's usually reversed to fake moves business-wise. Man, we're going to talk about that, Kennard, about the whole business aspect, because everybody in Atlanta is enterprising. It's a thing here. What do you guys see from where you're at?
I don't really know much about North Carolina, to be honest, even though we've been here. But from Philly, it's pretty much everybody is a big fraud. A lot of men in Philly is
Really?
Big fraud. They moved from Philly to Atlanta with the fraud in them.
Oh, wow. See, I'm going to give my take on New York, but I don't know very much about Philly. So I really don't know. Tasha, I've been gone from Memphis for a long time, and you're a resident expert on the lies men tell there. What do you think?
I think that I would make the argument that this is probably pretty universal right now, just for the time that we're in, because where, yes, Atlanta is that place. A lot of people are moving to that place, and especially, in Memphis, is nothing to go up the street to, go down the street to Atlanta for it to be like the same thing. But I do think that is pretty universal with the fakeness, or wanting to appear more important, or that you have more than what you have. I think that that's pretty common nowadays. That's a common complaint for most women, no matter the city, really.
Kenny, brings me to your city. They say everything is bigger in Texas. And just like Atlanta is super popular, I could make an argument that people have flocked and continue to flock to Dallas and Houston for maybe some of the same reasons. As a brother out there in Texas, what do you see on this when it comes to how men tell lies?
And you're right about that. Most people do like to come to Texas. Texas is getting a lot of people influx for years. But let me just logistically tell you where I'm at. I was in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but okay. I'm more east of Dallas-Fort Worth now. I'm like an hour and a half. I'm in East Texas, in Tyler, Texas, which is roughly a population of 150,000. So for me to speak on exactly where I am right now, I can say that it's a slower. The men probably here are pretty legit about they not making up lies. They doing what they do here in this area. So that's I can speak on that. Now, when I was in the DF Dub, obviously, obviously men flossing a little bit more up there. They probably wasn't being actually honest about a lot of things. But where I'm at now, where I'm at position now, I think the men really are they probably telling some tall tales, but they being legit for the most part.
I love it. Well, look, let's get into some of these lies specifically. And I have the benefit of having lived in the almost 10. Tasha, you believe it's almost been 10 years since I lived here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. March 1st, It will be 10 years. It went by that quick. March 1st will make 10 years I've been in Atlanta. And for the record, I lived in Riverdale,
Mhm.
Smyrna, Buckhead, and now I'm in Sandy Springs. I literally have had a really nice eclectic mix. Oh, and by the way, initially
Fayetteville.
stayed in Fayetteville. That Tasha, that
Yeah.
exactly. I've literally had a mix of. I feel completely as an authority to speak on the things that we're about to cover here because I have lived in all these areas. And here's number one: I own my condo in Buckhead. Many men in Atlanta love to flex their Buckhead lifestyle, but not all of them actually own property there. Renting a luxury apartment isn't the same as owning a high-rise condo, but some would blur that line to sound more successful. Now, I'm not going to go into deep of that. Whatever your city is, I'm sure there's an equivalent. So I'm sitting here. Let me tell you why this is such a big lie, and it's funny to me. And Kennard says, Lee, you're in the fake move. Yeah, hey, Kennard, I'm doing my very best, my brother, to move out of it because of the things I've seen. Let me be clear. Moving here, Buckhead is the equivalent of living in New York on Fifth Avenue. It is where the rich and powerful shake and move and do their thing. And if you was in New York City, well, historically, there's sis joining us from New York, but when you hear the term Fifth Avenue from New York, that's where you think of the rich, the famous. If you're walking around Fifth Avenue in New York, you're going to see actors and stars and people who've been living there forever. And so Buckhead is that for Atlanta. The Beverly Hills Housewives and Elton John had a condo here for 20-something years. He ended up giving it up. So the Buckhead area is the area that immediately brings up status. Now, I want to ask you guys, for you, what do you think about this? And I want to ask my men on here in particular, have you ever lied about wanting to impress a woman about where you live?
I've never lied about that, me personally, about where I live. That's, yeah. I've always been upfront with that.
Okay. Now, in your city, Brother Kenny, does that matter? Even when you was in the DS Dub, what was it like for a man to be able to, did it make it more attractive to be in that specific area, or does it not matter? Because my experience, before you answer that, I see you shaking your head. One of the reasons why I didn't like Dallas, it's too fucking spread out for me. And so
yeah,
I didn't like how every time you want to do something, you had to drive all over. What was that like? Is there an area there that immediately says, yeah, this person is it?
It definitely DFW is spread out. You're right. I think in that area, if you said that you lived in North Dallas or Addison, yeah, that is going to put you in a whole different category, for real. Okay. In my opinion. Now, if you said that you lived in South Oak Cliff or you lived in Stop 6, that's damn so gonna put you in a whole nother category and not the good one. So
really,
yeah. So Frisco, the North Dallas area, definitely. My cousin Candace, she on here. She knows, she lived in the DFW, the Frisco area, even South Lake Carroll area, even actually even the DeSoto Duncan, because DeSoto is for the upscale blacks in the DFW. So even if you say you live in DeSoto, that would put you in a whole different category as well.
I never heard of any of these places. And then you say you've never lied about that. Brother B, no. Of course, we're talking about before the missus was on your arm. Ever lied about where you live to impress a woman and to be able to get ahead?
No, to me, it was like eventually they're gonna find out. You know what I mean? They're eventually gonna find out. So what's the use of me lying? You know what I mean? And if it took where I lived at to impress you, then I don't need you.
Gotcha.
So, but if anything, I think especially the women in Philly, I'm not saying all of them, but my thing is that they just want to make sure you taking care of yourself. You got your own. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
if you wear nice, whatever, that's just the cherry on top. Just don't bring me no drama or nothing like that. And you ain't, you know, you living right, whatever. Then we straight. So yeah, I never had to lie to nobody. It wasn't worth it.
Candace from the candy shop says, I've never encountered a man that lied about where he lives. That's weird.
Yeah.
She is.
Well, Candace,
Yeah, that
I
is
lied.
weird.
I
That's
lied,
weird.
baby.
They lie.
Baby, I have
That's
lied.
weird.
There was a point. There was a point in time where, and I'm gonna tell you, and it's a different kind of lie. When I first moved here, you know what was crazy was that living in Riverdale, and working in Dunwoody, I couldn't get anybody to visit me in Riverdale. They looked at Riverdale as if, oh, you live way out there, you know, and so a lot of the things that I had to do, I had to misrepresent to a certain extent. And again, back in that time, I was still out there in the streets. Yeah, I told a little harmless lie, you know, from time to time, you know, to get what I needed. But the area I found, Candace, it really does matter here. And which is why I was so initially excited when I was going to move to Buckhead. I didn't choose Buckhead, but I was thinking, okay, now I'm going to be in the area. And I thought it was going to open up all these opportunities, this, that, and the other. So I want to ask the ladies on the panel, you know, does that matter to you? Has that ever mattered to you? And would you be impressed? And what does it mean if someone like Tasha and Hannah, whatever that area is, and I guess, you know, you, Tasha, first.
It matters in Memphis.
Okay, that's what I want to come
matters.
to you first because I happen to know a little bit of. Tell me what you mean. Why does it matter?
It matters. There are certain areas where don't lie about where you live because once somebody starts heading towards that direction,
Boom.
it's gonna, if they hit like a certain point, you know, on that path, they may be like, okay, no, I know where I'm going and I'm not going there anymore.
Right.
I'm not headed that way anymore. But yeah, it does matter. If you lie and say that you live in one area, a lot of men here will use this. Oh, I got a spot in such and so, but it's not really their spot. It's a baby mama. It's a friend's spot. It's not really their spot that they stay exclusively by themselves. But yeah, here in Memphis, yeah, there's certain areas I'm not gonna go to. Absolutely not. No.
The moment you hear that I live there. And
yeah, I live in South Memphis. Okay, well, I will meet you in Barlow. Okay?
you ain't going there.
East Memphis, okay?
And I
live in Fraser, off of Wood Street in Fraser. Okay.
I know what it in certain cities it matters. What's been your experience, Hannah?
You said me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So it matters to me. Because for my safety, like it's certain parts of Philly, I'm not going.
Right.
As a woman, I just feel like we gotta protect ourselves no matter what. And if you tell me you live like in K&A in Philly, I'm not going up there. Like I don't care if I got my piece on me, I'm still not coming. So I feel like it matters sometimes where you live and who you live with, because they be lying about who they live with. That's the big one. But who you live with,
that's a whole nother conversation. Because to live in Buckhead, there's people that live in Buckhead, but I can't explain to you how far too often it's multiple people in that one unit to pay this damn high rent, you know. And Candace lives here; she know what I'm talking about. But I want to get her comments in because she says, I grew up in the most urban area of Milwaukee, so I don't mind. Yeah. Candace, I've been to Milwaukee one time. I didn't like what I saw, sweetheart.
Hey, wait a minute.
I'm just saying it looked kind of rough, but I stayed in Milwaukee, and I was like, the people were nice, but it looked kind of rough. She says, I don't care where they live, you know, so I get it. Charles, hope you feel better, my brother. You know, good to see you. You know,
no doubt, brother Charles. Good seeing you, brother Charles. It's been a minute. We ain't chopped it up, brother Charles.
Man, I hope you feel better, my brother. You know, he say, "What's this? Go Eagles!" Okay,
Birds.
okay.
Go birds.
No, I ain't going that
Maybe-
far, brother
I ain't
Charles.
going down that
going
rabbit hole
far.
just yet. I ain't going down there just yet. Maybe at the end of
Well,
the show. I ain't going there. But I guess it really does matter though. And again, let me say as I move on to line number 2, Buckhead is so overrated, people. And for this to be a lie, it is really it is such an overrated lie to tell people you live in Buckhead and that opens doors. But sadly, it is a lie that works. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not. The moment you mention that, there is a different look you get when they know you. I drive a Nissan Altima, and I can't tell you how many times I pal around in my Switz or whatnot, and I don't get even a look until I'm turning up in I should be turning up in my building. Then you get the back look like, he lived there? And it was something. Candace said, I don't get the hype. Candace, I don't fully understand it, but I equate it to New York again. Sherry, we missed her. If you're in New York, it's changed now that there's gentrification. But once upon a time, if somebody said, I live on Fifth Avenue or Broadway, it immediately conjured up, okay, they live in a really nice neighborhood. If you live on Fifth Avenue downtown, you just knew that person was doing pretty good. Yeah. Versus, I live on Mohegan Avenue in the South Bronx or anywhere once upon a time in Harlem. If you said, yeah, I live in Harlem, a lot of people didn't know they have an area called Strivers Road is absolutely beautiful. It reminds you of the Cosby Show where it's nothing but brownstones, but you wouldn't know it because it's in Harlem.
And that area of the Bronx is real nice too. That's
lots
really
of nice places, but it's just that neighborhood having that name. Candace says people brag about living in Midtown too. Yes, they do. Yes,
I think that's like in every city though. Yeah. Like every city has a Midtown, and it's always like the artsy, like popping place to be.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Terrence, what's going on, Cuzzo? He said, sorry I'm late. How you doing?
What up, T?
And the Real Estate Insider, what's going on, fam? How you doing? Thanks for popping in.
What up, Lamb? What's up?
Let's go to line number 2. This one ought to be interesting. Let me say for the record, I am not a car guy. So I got to hear really from the women first on this one, because I want to understand the logic in this. I want you guys to explain a lot, but it just says, I drive a foreign car. Atlanta's car culture is all about looking the part, but leasing a luxury car or renting one for the weekend isn't the same as owning it. Some men will casually drop mentions of their BMW, Mercedes, or even Rolls-Royce without clarifying that it's not actually theirs. Let me be clear. I just told y'all I drive a Nissan Altima. It was hilarious living in Buckhead, and I would come out to my garage, and my car was shit. Now, I love my little car, but I kid you not. Sometimes I could stand in whatever it was there. Now, I never thought about that, whether they was leasing, owning, or whatever, because I'm not a car person. Women, why does this lie? What is behind the car? Let me be clear, I've never been a car person.
A lot of times it's gonna depend on the woman itself. Some women will and may be into cars themselves, but a lot of times it's just also about status and the appearance of, oh, well, he must have money if he has this type of vehicle.
Can I ask you a question on that, Big Mac?
Mm-hmm.
If you saw somebody with a Rolls Royce, a Bugatti or what like that, does it, and you, Hannah, I want you to chime in there too, but since Tasha's got the floor, and Candace, you're on here as well, does it say to you that, man, they probably have a fucking high car note, so what disposable cash do they have? Does that go into the computation for you?
For me, no, I don't even consider it. It's like, okay, so they have that type of car. Okay, but that doesn't make you or equate you to be a good person. You could still have a nice car, but still be a shitty person. a shitty
Right.
personality, maybe that's your substance right there. That's it. That's all that we see. So
Gotcha.
it's like, okay, that's nice. You have that, but for me, it doesn't tick a box for me.
Gotcha. What's up, grown woman? Don't try me. CC, how you doing? Quick question before I come
What's
to you,
up,
Hannah.
CC?
I know this is a tricky one for you, Tasha, because you've mentioned on many shows you ain't gonna be riding with nobody anyway. But what?
I bought a new car today, y'all. So I got a new car today.
She got. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Shit.
Tasha just got
Congratulations.
that shit bad, and that shit bad too. But again, I'll let her say whatever she want to say.
All right.
You know. Oh, y'all, she balling, y'all. But
can you pick a brother up in Texas? That's all.
Yeah, I can. I can't wait to get this thing on the road. It's real cute. It's real cute.
Shit is bad. So this is why this is a tricky question. But with it now being a new car owner and all that old shit. So let me ask something though. I know it's tricky. Does it matter though, Tasha? If you got into a car with somebody taking it, does it matter what kind of car the person has?
Not really. As long as it ain't making no loud noise that's drawing attention to us. You know, like backfiring in a parking lot or something, or like you got like a loud like belt on it or something. Just I don't want to draw an attention to us like that. So
Okay. Real estate inside said, and you have a nice car and be broke.
And will thank you. No.
I know. Hey, it is what it is. Congratulations for pouring in.
Thank you.
Candace say in another city, I would think they may have a little change, but in Atlanta, they most definitely are living beyond their means. Too many frauds here. Absolutely. Hannah, for you, explain the fascination with cars, because your husband would have to correct me, but you're kind of bougie. And I mean that with love. So I can't picture you riding around.
I do too.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Do you believe that?
In a loving way, in a brotherly loving way, but you are
in the best way.
I'm a foreign. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so listen. To me, honestly, people feel like a car makes the individual. To me, I don't feel like that, because one, if you have a Rolls Royce and you're driving it and don't have a driver, you're broke anyway. You're just fronting, because why are you driving your own Rolls Royce? Also,
wow.
Here, if you drive a Maybach or if you drive a Honda, if you name dropping your car, I don't like you anyway, because why are you telling me what you drive? You could be driving that to your mom's basement for all I know. Like, I don't know that, but the fact that you think, how little of me do you think that you got to hard to impress me? But a lot of people think they're like, oh my goodness, girl, he drive a Porsche and this is.
It matters here. It matters here, y'all. When you see those videos where the women don't want to even go get, I asked that question because it matters here. Some women don't want to get in the car if it's not that level. And again, folks, I drive an Altima, and it's an old one at that, a 2015. Charles says, car don't make the person makes the car. I agree 1,000%. For my fellas,
right?
I don't know if y'all drive a foreign car or not, but again, okay, so I know I don't either. But I've got to ask.
American made, okay.
I think women care more about what they drive.
Just don't break down. Get me to where I need to get to. It's simple as that. You know what I mean? How it looks and all. If it winds up looking great, then that's beautiful. If not,
absolutely.
It has to run though.
Yeah, that's
my brothers. Have you ever been rejected? So my brothers, have you ever been rejected on the basis of your car or had that funniness?
No,
I haven't. No, I
haven't.
Pick me up.
Yeah,
but the Philadelphia just picked me up.
See? That's why I said what I said.
Hey, ain't no. Biggest.
Like, come on.
Mr. Real Estate inside of flossing in this joint. He said, I drive a BMW, and that motherfucker in the shop right now. So I'm
right.
Charles,
I know
my joint
that's
paid
right.
on too. My joint paid on too.
Already.
Real estate said I was
Man,
rejected
I
on
want
the
to pick
basis of not having a car, even
of not
though it
having
was
a car.
my choice.
Wow.
And Charles said, I
You
got
know what?
more. I got more when I didn't have the Charles. I mean, you have a very similar experience. The irony is that, and Tasha can attest to this, I've always had best friends as women. The irony is I very rarely drove. Tasha, isn't that true? Mm-hmm. Most places I went, I rode with my female friends, and they always had better cars than me. You know, so it's weird how that never hampered me. And I think by association that women saw me getting out of their cars, the assumption was he had a good car. And for the record, folks, my 2015 Altima is the best fucking car I've ever owned, because I have owned those cars where you had to every day put some oil in that motherfucker and kick it to get it to run right. I have had those cars.
You know what? A black. And you have disposable income because what? You own your car, right?
Right now, I really do. I really do. Absolutely.
That's the game.
Young fellas, you know, as you get older, you know, real estate insight says, okay, the BMW was a cash car, so I'm in Charles Club. Hey, you know, hey, that's all that matters, my brother. That's all that matters. He says, I can't count how many cootie cat I lost when I didn't have a car. Wow. And Charles says, was sleeping on Lamar's couch and didn't have a car and was getting cat every night. It's the game, my brother. You know, hell, at one time I had an apartment and with my mattress on the floor, and I had a chair just like this. That was the only piece of furniture in there, and I couldn't keep them bitches from coming in there. So it is what it was.
You know why though? Some women just want to be invited over.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And see what you have, like.
I ain't have shit. I had a microwave.
That could have been more than what they had, though. So
you know what? You're right. You're right, Tasha. I never thought about it, so it made a difference. Real estate says I was getting a lot of cat when I was sleeping on Candace's couch. Lamar, a lot of that I ain't gonna go here, but having a woman friend, man, it's priceless. It's just priceless. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's go to line number 3, y'all, because I want to jump into a couple of more. This one says, I know the owner, and as always, I have not read these prior to the show. So I'm reading and experiencing these in real time, just like you guys are, you know. But Candace, she said he was, so she vouching for Lamb getting that cash. Charles said I was honest, so that probably having women friends is invaluable. I know the owner. Some Atlanta men like to pretend they have VIP access to the city's hottest spots by claiming to know the owner. This lie makes them seem well-connected and powerful, but in reality, they might be just another guy. Again, how does this matter at all, having access because of who you know?
That matters.
Ooh, okay. Tell me what you mean.
I'll tell. It depends on the person. It doesn't. You don't have to always name drop, but if you are networking and you can, and I'm a certain person that needs to be in a certain place, and you can get me there. If you're not frauding, then that would matter. If you're a networker, if you just come in there to like party and club, like I don't know about Atlanta, but Philly.
Okay.
My clubbing days, it was party promoters all over Philadelphia. It'd be 1,000 girls out front for one party promoter, and just because that way knew that one party promoter, it'd be like 13 women with that one person just to get in. So that was a big deal back then. But I feel like it matters depending on why they're using it and if it's really legit.
Okay. What about for you, McMack? Does that matter I pretty much know, but I'm gonna let you answer about who somebody knows and if they're important, if they're connected.
Let me know when you know the owner of Aid Advantage so we can get rid of my student loan. Then I'll be impressed. Okay? That's the only time I'll be impressed. Anything else, that's nice.
I forgot you from Philly Grown Woman. Yes.
You churching now because who you know in a club versus I can help you pay off student loan debt or help you get a house. or sit like that, that's important. That's a whole nother ball game.
Hey,
Go ahead,
Black.
brother.
Hey, Black, I'll tell you this much. When I was going to the clubs, you knew who I always knew?
Who? The bouncer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
always
That's
knew.
who you're supposed to know.
I always knew the bouncers. I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, please, because I want to know how that
I'll tell
works.
you a little bit about the bachelor joint. We was in DC.
Yeah,
Something about the pop off. All right, I always make myself known to the bouncers.
I like that.
Always,
Why you yelling?
because they'll have your back.
I like that.
So it almost popped off. They came up. They had me. Had my back. They was able to de-escalate the situation, and we were straight. Because I had my brothers with me too, my blood
like
brothers. So I was just like, I said, come on now. So I always made a point to know the bouncers. Yeah, it's great to know that, like what Hannah was saying. If you know the
Right.
for real and networking, I know them bouncers because they got my back all night. And they used to always have my back.
The wisdom in that is so great, and I didn't take advantage of it when I was clubbing because the bouncers hated me. Grown woman don't call me says, absolutely, Bert, the bouncer was important.
Yes.
Yes.
For me, Bert, my experience was the exact opposite. I got double checked and triple checked.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I had a
What you doing?
reputation, nothing. But there was a perception at that time. Once again, Tasha smiling because coming in and having a bunch of women with you, I was most case disliked. And it was a weird thing of they didn't disrespect me. I saw in a weird way, I guess it worked in some ways, but I didn't feel like the bouncer would come to my aid if some shit was gonna pop off, because I would literally watch the bouncer let somebody else go past and it get to me, and I gotta take my hat off and spin around and hold my arms out
Hey,
and all this
Black.
kind of shit, you know?
Hey, Black, how was you coming off though? How was your energy? Tasha, how was his energy?
I'll let Tasha.
It wasn't even like that. Just good, just upbeat energy. That's all it was. But if
Okay,
he
they was
did,
yeah, they was
because
straight.
Black was very,
Hey,
he's very inclusive. So he would call, we're going here tonight. We're going here tonight. So to his point, yeah, it might be just him and like 5 or 6 women going in at one time. So
Right.
oh,
Right.
so like pimping. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
I
like
had
running
that.
holes or something.
Well, the
So
bouncer didn't have my back, but the irony is this for me was knowing I had a good connection with the servers, right, Tasha? We
Mhm.
had we had a certain seat, and they got to the point where they know what we were going to order. So you thinking back on, I never worried about getting good service or them bringing our shit or whatever, because we had a good vibe, and Tasha used a good word. Even people we didn't know, our vibe was, even if we don't know you, pour yourself a drink and hey, come sit down. We were very inclusive, very inclusive. You
And
know,
that's important. The bouncers and definitely the people like bartenders and all that. Always sure I was cool with them because they wound up blessing you.
Absolutely.
They wound up giving you more.
Absolutely.
Don't even worry about it.
Absolutely. Brother Kenny, anything you want to add on this one about I know the owner, who you know, how relevant as that is? What kind of games are played? Did you use them, my brother?
Yeah. No, that ish ain't never worked for me. Hell,
Damn.
shit.
Damn.
Nope. Did not work for me.
I never knew the owners anyway.
Yeah, I didn't either. So
so I'm with you, my brother. So that didn't work. What about I'm an entrepreneur? Now this one is big here in Atlanta. Atlanta has a thriving entrepreneurial scene, but not every man who claims this title is actually running a profitable business. Some men will say they're entrepreneurs when they're still in the idea phase or struggling to get off the ground. This is a real big one here. Now, even though we're going to talk about men, but this is big for men and women.
And women.
Everybody here is an entrepreneur. And that just kills me, but we're only going to talk about men. CC says, I knew a lot of owners when I bartended, but I didn't brag about it. You had that quiet confidence. I love it. Love it. Love it. What about this one, folks? I
could see that with CC.
Yeah.
I could see her being a bartender with CC. I could see that.
I get that. Personality wise, yeah. You know.
I'm an entrepreneur thing. Yeah. Oof. That has over the last 5 to 10 years, that's just been blown up. And a lot of times it's not even legal. The shit that they talking about that they're an entrepreneur of.
Correct.
It's not even a real business.
Correct.
It's not it's fraud is what it is. Let's just call it what it is. It's fraud.
Tasha, I'm gonna go a step further. Me and Tasha are both MBA students. If you ain't got no motherfucking LLC and a tax code, you bullshitting around.
Are you registered in your state?
But everybody's got a business here. Cece says it's become the catchphrase lately. And that's why I say I know we talk about men, but I see it with I'm only gonna go here. I see it with just as much with women that I'm an entrepreneur. Do y'all ever watch those clips on social media where they pop the balloons?
Yeah.
Isn't that what everybody says? When they go down the line, they say, well, tell us what your age is, tell you what to do. And they all I bust out laughing every time because they always say, whatever the kind of job is, well, I'm just that, and I'm an entrepreneur. And I just fall out laughing. How can everybody be an entrepreneur, folks?
I'm gonna take it even a step further from that, Black. The new thing now is I'm a content creator.
Yes, sir.
That's even the biggest thing now.
Yeah,
I'm an influencer because guess what? We all live on our phones and our laptops. So
we do.
If you tell somebody, I create content, I have this channel, come check me out.
You know, I watch the
flex now too.
I watch the First 48 channel every morning. I turn on TV and they got their own channel. And I ain't trying to be funny here, but when the person die, I'm not laughing at them dying, but I always kind of scoff when they say, the call to the scene, but he dies. He was such and such, and he was an entrepreneur. And I'm thinking, no, he wasn't. That motherfucker was in the streets and he got killed. You want to put a good spin on the fact, no, not everybody was starting a business and out there. Right. No, some people was just really bullshitting around. They wasn't working, and that's okay.
Yeah, they was robbing. Yeah. They was stealing. Yes. Carjacking. You cannot call yourself an entrepreneur if you carjacking. And I don't mean Bitcoin. I mean carjacking.
Exactly. But they running the business. No, stop it, folks. All right, line number 5. I played college pro ball.
Negroes will say that.
Who cares?
Okay, so that's why I wanted to. This is very specific to
age is relevant for this, though. Age. This is a very specific age relevant
age
question.
is relevant for it too. I agree with that, Todd.
Gotcha.
I agree with that.
And that's why I want to read this, because again, this is saying for Atlanta, man. Sports are a big deal in Atlanta, and it's true here. And some men use athleticism as a way to impress women. Claiming to have played college or pro ball makes them seem disciplined, successful, and connected. And so, Tasha, you are very right that this is very different with age. And tell us what you mean. Candace say, or played pro ball overseas. That is a big one here. So tell what you mean, Tasha, why age is a factor here.
Age is a factor here because I think for a lot of these of what we're saying, that demographic of women, of whoever they're trying to attract, will attach onto that. Like, oh, okay. So they'll believe whatever else story bullshit that they could be feeding to them. They'll believe it because, okay, so you went to college, so you do have a little bit about yourself, so you do have something going on. Some people may think that can open up doors for them. Well, who do you know? Well, who did you get to know? Because then you'll have somebody say, oh, I played at such and such school, and if you had like famous alumni, oh, they always came to our games, and we got to talk to them and everything. Some people see it as like a door,
That's real big here. I'm gonna tell you another reason why that one is even one I have experienced a lot. Okay, folks, I don't even know if I'm middle-aged anymore. I'm just an old fat man. I ain't middle-aged no more. I'm just old.
Lord. What? You are middle-aged?
Yeah, you middle-aged.
Is 57 still? Is that middle-aged or old?
The middle of the age of 100.
Yeah, we are middle aged, brother.
I ain't gonna be living
Yeah.
to no damn 100, so I'm old.
You don't get
Don't
to
say that.
until you qualify for Social Security. You will
Okay.
be middle aged.
Okay.
We still middle aged, brother.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
as a middle-aged obese man, here's why this one really comes into play. Atlanta is really about the aesthetics of their bodies.
Mhm.
Everybody here is going to a gym, in a gym. They live in a gym. It is a real thing here. And these are some beautiful people walking around, male and female. I gotta say, in terms now, there's as many fat people walking around here as me too. We're well represented as well. But you take today when it warmed up a little bit, people can't wait to show off their physiques, male or female. And so this is a big one here about, because that is a lie that a lot of men will say because they live in a gym. And they are aesthetically, they're together. You know, that's one of the big things here, you know. Yeah, for sure. Grown woman says, tomorrow I checked off number 71. Ooh, wow. You look fantastic.
Whoa, that's what's happening. You look
fantastic.
great,
God,
CC.
taking that
That's
up.
what's up.
Aquarius season.
That's what's up.
Candace says, Candace, I need to talk to you later. You said I lost 60 pounds, baby. I
Oh,
need to
damn.
lose
I'm
50.
going to tell you that, Candace, you
She
look
will-
amazing.
So
lost 60.
congratulations.
You look
Congratulations.
Hey, you look good, cuz, for real.
Fantastic.
Congratulations
Yeah,
on
I
that.
didn't know so I could
For
lose
real.
50.
You look good.
Pass
No
off
doubt.
some of them tips to us, but you know, absolutely.
I need to lose 50.
Thank you. What does
You look great.
GWDT mean? What does that mean?
Grown women
GWDT.
don't try me.
Okay.
Grown women don't try me. She talking to CC.
Okay,
Oh.
gotcha. I'm slow, y'all.
I was slow.
Yes, I am too. Oh yeah, another Sherry is February 17th, so we're in Aquarius season, y'all.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, Candace looks, you're looking good,
Yeah.
sweetheart. Yeah, so that lies a
Looking
big one,
good,
you know,
cuz.
for sure. But I think, you know, definitely. Okay, I want to get to this one here. I make six figures. Money is often used as a status symbol, and in a city as flashy as Atlanta, many men inflate their earnings. Saying they make six figures is a quick way to impress someone, but their spending habits will eventually reveal the truth. So this is kind of what we touched on earlier before, and that's why I was asking my women watching this, if you are making that, how much do you look at, well, what's going out? Because sometimes we look too closely at what's coming in, but what's going out. And so I make six figures. And of course, I'm going to ask the general question. Does money matter? Does it matter how much the man makes?
It doesn't have to be six figures. Are you making anything? You know, are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you actually have like a verifiable job?
Gainful
Or
employment.
are you just given those generic answers where I never see you leave or do anything? Hell, you call yourself an influencer, but you never post any videos that gain like any traction or anything. You don't have any brand deals. So what are you doing?
Absolutely.
So I mean, and it's, again, for me, I think because we have moved and shifted to such a vain and shallow society that it matters now, but I think in the bigger scope, if you talk to more people and reach out to more people, you find that it may not matter to them. With the change in the dating pool, men are staying out of the dating pool. A lot of men have backed out of the dating pool.
Yep.
A lot of women have backed out of the dating pool. So what is there is a very, it's a terrible, terrible sample size that is just foul and it's all the worst pieces of dating right now. So
I love it. Candace Shop makes some valid points I love. She says, money in the past has mattered. And I agree with you. I think back to Janet Jackson's song, you got to have a job to be with me. So, it really, but to Tasha's point, huh?
That wasn't Janet.
What?
Black. That wasn't Janet.
Who said you got to have a job?
Ain't nothing going on but the rent.
No. Didn't Janet Jackson say you got to have a job? Who was that?
No,
Dwayne
that wasn't
You got
Janet.
to have a job. Okay, so somebody said it. You got to have a job to be with me. So that
Somebody
That
was
wasn't
said
Janet.
it.
that was, but that was a song. That was a thing at one point.
Oh yeah,
But I
right.
think now with the way, like Tasha says, that the dating pool is, I don't necessarily know that matters anymore because women again have their own money and everything. But here's a great point that Candace made. She says, and this is exclusive to Atlanta. I know, well, for Atlanta, not exclusive, but this is very true in Atlanta. 6 figures is not a lot here, especially when you are right at 100K. And the reason why I agree with that 1,000% because it depends on the quality of life. And we talked about Buckhead. If you do have all of those trappings, the right apartment in the right area or condo house in the right area and the right car, you could be bringing in 6 figures and barely making it here. Barely making it here. And so there's many people here that if appearances is truly not everything, I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof of that. You can't look at me. The assumption might be I run errands every Saturday. I look common and I ain't dressing up. Working from home, I haven't worn a dress shirt and I don't know when or a tie. So I throw on whatever. I'm sure that people, when they see me the same stores, like this fat bastard, he'll have the same clothes on every other week, they probably think. You know, but again, I'm looking at what I'm saving, not what's going out of my pocket. You know, Candy Shop says, I didn't want no broke man. Baby, I ain't mad at you for that, you know. But anyway, the 6 figures thing, what do you say about that, Brother Kenny? You know, for you as a single, middle-aged man, how has that impacted for you how you roll?
It's impacted me a big because I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna ever at this point, I'm probably not gonna ever make 6 figures just because of my background and my profession. What I know and what my passion is television news and sports, videography editing. That profession doesn't make 6 figures unless you get to a whole big level. So it definitely has impacted on how I approach dating because unfortunately you get in these social media world now. When you're single, you get in these different groups and then you see all the rhetoric from a lot of women like, you know, I'm doing this, I got 1,600 degrees and I got this money and this money, and you just a regular brother that's just good at what you do, but you don't make that kind of money. It definitely does affect you and you kind of just kick back. So I get it. So yeah, but as a man, what a woman has made in her pockets never mattered to me. That's never. I could care less what a woman made. It's about
this is why this is my brother from another, because you bring up such a valuable point that has really become a big thing for me. I'm like you, Kenny. I don't necessarily know that I will ever make 6 figures. But it's by choice. For me, it's by choice. I'm fortunate enough to, in many ways, say by choice. I'm too old and too tired at this stage to chase it for where I'm at. For me, it became a matter of quality of life. I work in a field that will allow me to do that, but what it will require from a stress level, I'm no longer willing to commit to that. So I had to refigure out a way to live off of less money and to have a better quality of life. Now, how that impacts me in dealing with women, Tasha shared this with Tasha, and I've said it on this platform. I can't afford to date in this current environment, truly, because I don't think it's wrong for a woman to want all of those things. I had to change my thinking.
I don't either.
To where
you want what you want.
If she really is putting forth the getting her hair, nails, and this, that, and none, and she's got her own thing, I think she has every right. I think a woman has every right to want to be taken to the nicest places. I just can't afford that. I'm not willing to step out there and commit to spending $200-300 at a meal in hopes that it would lead to a second, third date. So, and I can't afford to contribute to getting, we talked about another show about all the stuff I'm learning about hair and what the shit costs y'all. I can't be that guy till you can say, hey, babe, help me get my hair done. I would just rather, I can't afford that right now. And I'm being as serious as I know how to be. So it really has impacted my decisions in terms of that. This is where I'm settling into a new reality. Now, maybe I'll move eventually to a place like you, Kenny, where it's a little smaller city where there's a little bit more normalcy and regularity. But in my current city, I live in Sandy Springs. I can't afford to go to these places and dress the part, look the part, do this, that, and the other. I can't afford that right now. Candace says, right, as a director, it's possible. Right. So I could do that. I get asked on a regular basis to take a position high. But what comes with that is a level of stress and stuff. I ain't willing to do that anymore. I love my quiet life at this stage. So the six-figure thing, I've had to come to the realization that's not my reality anymore. So sorry, I'm not gonna tell that lie. Here's another one, folks. I'm single. Unfortunately, some men in Atlanta will claim to be single when they're actually in a relationship or even married. Folks, is this one not everywhere? Is this just Atlanta?
Oh, that's everywhere.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere. That's what you say, Hannah?
That's worldwide.
That's thank you. That's not just an Atlanta thing. Look, I'm sure that there's a little niche to it, I guess, only because the women outnumber the men so greatly here. But Tasha, that's in every city, ain't it?
Yeah, it's universal. That's one of those things where you have to ask. You have to break it all the way down. Like, how do you define single?
Thank you.
Are you single, or is there somebody out there who is in a relationship with you? Is there someone out there who thinks that y'all go together? Is there somebody out there that believes that the past, that they're not your ex, that they're your current? So, please specify. Are you being stalked? Have you ever been stalked before?
Damn.
She's going deep. She's going deep. And those are the questions that, what does single? Are you single? In other words, because Candace says it was the worst in Dallas. The show Cheetahs was taped there. Oh, wow.
Yep. Yeah, y'all didn't know that? Cheetahs was taped in Dallas.
I didn't know it was taped in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
I have a friend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who was dating a man for over a year at the time. She asked him, are you in a relationship or you have a girlfriend? She found out he had a wife. This Negro said, you asked me that I have a girlfriend.
A girlfriend, yep. See, you got to specify.
I have a wife. What?
Wow. That's crazy.
Sir.
That's crazy.
Wife, trumps girl, like what? A whole wife.
But he didn't lie.
He didn't lie. She didn't ask him the specific question. So
that's
yeah.
how you get away with it. That's
you got
are you sending someone good morning and good night text? Like you gotta get down to it. Are you sharing a bank account with someone? Like, what's up? There's something key into your life.
But even in that, even if like they tell you no, you still have to do your due diligence.
True.
All you need is their name, their date of birth or something, and then you're good to go. Get their license plate. You're good from there. That's all you need. That's all you need.
But Tasha, that's why those things. I don't want to say that information.
But my cousin said, my cousin Candace said, ninja shaking my head. This ain't just men. Y'all women are.
I'm only keeping it to men
as well. So don't say just men. Y'all women are scandalous too.
Because you gotta ask some of those same questions for women too.
Yeah,
women are dirty too. Believe me.
Yeah.
Women are
but
just
Kenny, we're gonna leave the women because
okay. I'm just saying
more lies.
Yeah.
Women tell better lies, but I ain't gonna go there.
Okay.
But Tasha's right. You have to get skilled there in asking the right questions. Because that same thing would apply, like if because Tasha, you talk about a stalker. I don't want to be out with somebody and I'm all sitting back, relaxed and shit with my hand around you, and a nigga's coming up to me because you ain't single. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's
Have you
universal.
ever been in witness protection? Please,
Shit,
just
you
walk
know?
away now, okay?
I want nobody scratching don't scratch my little Nissan. I love it. I love her. She's sitting up there.
Listen. I'm getting ready to go out here and walk my fish and fly my cat. I'm so
There you go.
unbothered by all this shit.
You know what?
Mind your own
that's all
business,
I'm
my
gonna
brother.
do. I'm
I
minding
don't
my
blame you one bit.
business.
I thought this one was interesting, folks. I don't go out like that. What does that mean?
Oh,
okay.
I know what it means, because some people, I truly don't go out like that, but some people will say it and they
Okay.
do be out like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why, like, sometimes, like, when I may tell somebody, oh, I'm a homebody. Some people use that as like they'll lie, like they have different
Right.
meanings for it. No, I'm a true homebody. I prefer to be at home. I don't be outside.
Help me out then, Tasha. Why tell that lie? Why is that even a thing?
So then you could still
Right,
go
why
out and
tell
be
the lie?
out and doing different things and everything. So while you tell somebody, oh, I don't really be out like that, you really are out like that. You really are out in the street. You really are at this party, but it's easier to say that you're not. So then you don't really have to worry about them, like checking up on you like that.
Okay.
If you say, oh, I'm at home, then they may be more inclined to just believe that you're at home.
Okay.
Also,
Go ahead, Hannah.
Also, if you don't have the funds to be out, you tell somebody I'm mostly home, I'm in a house. You're not saying
I do like that.
money. You're just saying I like to be home. I like home cooked meals. I like to stay in. I'm an introvert.
I do like that. Well, then you know what? I like this lie.
Oh, don't say you like that lie.
Hold on. Tasha, she gave you. Okay, let me read it. It says, men who want to seem mature and low-key often claim they don't go out much.
Well, they like out.
However, if he's constantly posting from lounges, clubs, or high-end restaurants, he might not be as reserved as he says. I'm only thinking of it from the monetary aspect that I might want to go out a little bit, but I don't want to be paying for two people.
Yeah. That's another way to look at it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a red flag. They're gonna make a video about you. Somebody go out with you.
It's Tasha, it's a big difference going if I want to go to karaoke and I know how much I'm gonna spend. I know I might eat me some hot wings and buy a couple of drinks, but the moment you take somebody out, man, that shit turns into a whole nother financial adventure.
They're gonna make a viral video about you and their experience with you. So just keep that in mind.
True. Very true.
Yeah, true.
Very true. Okay, this one might be very Atlanta. This might be very ATL. I'm a music producer. Because this one, every city
ATL,
can't say
brother.
this. This one's very Atlanta.
That's
With Atlanta being a hub for hip hop and entertainment, the music producer lie is one of the most common. While some men genuinely work in the industry, others just have a few beats on their laptop and a dream.
That's very Atlanta, and probably Memphis too. That's probably Memphis too.
Okay, I want to hear.
I was gonna say that's not necessarily just an Atlanta thing.
Okay,
that's probably a Memphis thing
that
too.
like an age specific thing too. Because how many young people do you hear say that they are that they do music and things like that when really they just be fucking around, like making beats or something. But
very true.
So
yeah,
but I would think you would have to though be in a city that has some kind of lively
connection,
hip hop
music scene. Yeah,
not necessarily. No, not necessarily.
So somebody we're talking about Milwaukee. Could they get away with that lie?
Do they have if they have a studio there, even if it's a small studio?
Yeah,
if they have a studio
there,
they can get away with
it. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what, though,
especially if it's the only studio around, for a few miles too.
Okay.
So
that lie requires a lot of help. She have to really want to believe that.
Right. Yeah.
You
gotta you would definitely have to really sell that one. Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
You definitely got to sell that one.
specific. It would only work for like a small group, so it's very age
Me and my
specific.
boy Biggie Mike, back in the day when hip hop was being, matter of fact, when New York swing was being born in the streets of Harlem, me and my boy Biggie Mike, both living in the projects, we said that we were video producers, and so I would have the clipboard. No, he would have the clipboard, and I would. This is back when I would have my little shirt with the little skinny tie that looked the part, and he would line up ghetto girls to come in, and we would look them over, and they would have to do a dance routine. That was our thing.
You got to save this for a story time segment.
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about.
Bet that.
You got to say that for a story time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here's another one, folks. I'm ready for a relationship. Many men will say they're looking for something serious just to keep a woman interested. I think this is universal. I don't think this is just Atlanta. They'll act like they want commitment, but avoid having deeper conversations or taking real steps forward. That's got it. That can't be just Atlanta.
Oh no,
that's universal.
No. That's universal.
You know. Now, so I got to ask. So this is where my brother. See, Kenny's the flip side of me. Kenny literally is the flip side of me.
We definitely are flip side. You're right.
So,
we definitely.
But I still got to ask it for those that might want to know. Ever tell that lie, Brother Kenny? I want to be in a relationship when you knew you didn't want to be in a relationship?
No, I have never told that lie. Because I know what I specifically like. And if I don't specifically like you, I ain't selling you nothing at all.
God.
I'm giving you my energy. You gonna know. If I ain't feeling you like that, you gonna know because I ain't selling it to you.
Kenny,
but if I'm into you, you damn sure gonna know it.
That's what's up.
Keep it like
you never said that lie.
Kenny's the real deal.
No.
Kenny's the real deal.
No.
My brother just came back. Brother Bert, be wet. Ever tell this lie?
I have never.
I'm ready for a relationship. You ever tell that lie, be wet, when you know you didn't want to be in a relationship? Look how she's looking at your side eye. Blink if you have to. But go ahead.
I know he's.
Yeah.
I know he said it.
Okay.
Nope. I know I haven't.
Folks, you ever
like straws.
You know how many times I done told that lie?
Yours lied.
Wait a minute, time out.
I know I have it. Yeah, but I got but I can believe Black have. But I know I have it.
But I never played that game. I ain't had to do that.
Okay.
It can work for you even as women. It can work for you if you have a man who, who is around and everything, and you know that he doesn't want anything serious. Tell him that you want to be in a relationship. His ass will go on about his business then.
That's a good move, Tasha, I have a reverse of that. My experience has been many times when I would tell the truth, it would dissipate the relationship. They stuck around longer with the lies. And so
because you were a challenge. That's probably what that was.
So lie number 10, I've told many times, often, and was glad to do it, because in those moments, I'm going to tell you whatever you need to hear if it's going to expedite them draws off you. Hell yeah, I want to be in a relationship. I'm feeling you all the way. Sometimes the bitch didn't even have no teeth, but she needed to hear that in order to get from A to C. So absolutely, I'm going to say that. That was
what? You know what? Save all this for story time.
That was lie number 10. I've thrown in a bonus lie to end the show on, a bonus lie. And this has got to be almost exclusively ATL. So for those of you who have stuck around, this one really is ATL, and it should have been the number 1 lie. I'm straight.
Oh yeah, there. Yeah.
That is popping up everywhere. I was watching earlier. This morning while I was waiting to while I was waiting for my appointment, I watched this guy tell this story. He's a barber in Houston, I believe. And you could tell like he's very out there. He was telling the story of how this one dude kind of was DL and kind of like made an appointment, made an excuse to like want to get with him, wanted to see him, but didn't even want to ask him outright for what he wanted. Even they're there in the appointment time for his barber and he's cutting his hair. The dude wasn't even talking to him. He was texting him, basically asking to fuck in a text message. And they're right there together. So that those stories are coming up and becoming more and more frequent that, I'm straight. No, they're just DL. A lot of men still aren't comfortable with just accepting the fact that they may be bisexual.
That's a scary thought, and I want to get you guys' comments on there. The reason why, for me, I say this one I had to include it in there because this is a strange city when it comes to sexuality. And I'll tell you a story just today. I'm running my errands, and I said to my sister on the phone, I said, you ever have a moment, and I hate that Kenny went off, Bert, I want you to get your opinion on this. You ever have a moment as a guy, and I said to my sister Sherry, women probably can't relate to this because a man hits on y'all every day of your freaking life. You can be looking your worst, and a man still is like, what's up, sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. But as a man, you ever have those moments as a guy where you're running errands, you're out and about, and you go in the first place and you get a little smile, a little wink, okay? Go in the second place, you a little flirt. You go to third, then you kind of like, what is it I have on? What's happening today that everybody seems like they want to flirt? It doesn't happen at all. I'm not speaking for me. Be wet. You're a fit, handsome brother, Kenny. I'm a fat bastard, so it doesn't happen for me all that often. But in those, I had that moment where I'm thinking, what is going on today? I didn't even put on my oil, so it's not like I smelled especially good. Now I wasn't stinking. I'm clean, but I didn't have on my go get 'em shit. But I'm like, I got on, but what is this day? And Sherry said to me, maybe women are like, they're refreshed to see a guy. And so that's why this Atlanta thing, the sexuality here is so fluid. It's so ambiguous here, Tasha. You see dudes with, I don't know if they call them purses anymore, and this, that, and the other. And so that one right there, I'm straight. I don't even know if we say DL. Atlanta is a strange place for sexuality where the women assume you are almost bisexual until you verbalize that. And that's why this one is a big lie here. So, but if that's happening, starting to be more frequent, that's a scary thought. I'm sorry, y'all go ahead.
I don't know about y'all cities, but I don't know how it is now. But Philly, everybody want to be so hard, and it was a big deal. Like I've had family members who had husbands who were gay and was like, no, I ain't bi. I like men, but they don't make me gay. Like what? Like it was big. I don't know how it is now, but
right.
Everybody want to be so hard. They don't want to admit that we all like dick.
Wow.
Excuse my language, but
wow.
That's how like Philly just where they so hardcore.
Right.
You bending something, you doing the bending.
Right. It's man, it's scary here.
Or they around here sucking on dildos and videos.
Like you gotta ask that too, though.
Hold on. You gotta tell them why you say that.
You talking about the cussing preacher?
Yes.
Wait,
are y'all familiar with that?
What? No, what happened?
Thaddeus Matthews in Memphis is known as the cursing pastor, right? Yeah. So a video just got released of him with a woman, and in the video, like it's a sex video, and in the video, the woman has like this toy that she's using and everything, and she's recording. Well, Thaddeus decides to take the dildo and start sucking on one end of it.
It's a two-way dildo. It's a two-way dildo.
Fucking the lady with the other end of it, and he's really into it.
It's a two-way dildo that one end is in her and the other is of a penis, and he is getting it, folks. I'm like,
You know what?
what the what?
If you
You know
haven't
what?
seen it, it was all over Facebook. Someone sent me the video.
Nah, I
Hey,
don't.
look at Bird. Look at Bird.
I
Hey,
don't.
he
I don't
moaning
even
and
need to
groaning
see
and
it.
asking her, "You like that? You like that?" And he deep throating this mother sucker too. So this ain't his first time having that down his throat.
I have no need to even see that at all.
I think everybody should have to watch it. Okay, I think everybody should have to watch it.
No,
Realize
ma'am.
he was
I'm
taking
good-
that
I'm-
dildo
I'm
to
good
town.
on that.
Now he's in hospice. He's in
Yeah,
hospital.
He's in a
Oh, he in
hospital.
he in hospice
Why
now?
are you listening to
His ass in the hospital.
Hey, Black.
He in hospice?
Candace say, two-way
Yeah,
Candace.
it was a dual. Yeah, it was a dual end
It was
dildo. Yeah,
a double one.
yeah.
Terrence says, shaking my dead head.
Violent, Black. You violent.
No.
Hey, Black. This is that news you cannot use segment that we were talking about.
Yes, Kitty.
This is
This is exactly the
this is
story.
that news.
Yep. This is exactly
Right.
The dildo put
He
him
is in a hospital.
The dildo put him in there?
Wait, what'd you say, Hannah?
The dildo put him in the hospital?
No, the dildo ain't put him in the hospital.
He put it too far.
What?
No, the dildo ain't do that.
No.
He has other health issues that he's been dealing with. But somebody recently released the video of him.
Why he in the hospital? That's wrong. Release that when I'm of good health and defend myself.
Well, he's still been keeping up 7 levels of hell anyway, messing with people online. You can't control what somebody is gonna do when you know that there's those videos of you out there. Number one, here's the thing. That's your fault. If you didn't have your face in it, we would have been like, no, that ain't him. You know, some people have been like, no, that ain't him. That's your fault. That's why when you do them tapes, don't have your face in there.
Wait,
No
whoa.
identifying mark.
Wait a state inside.
No, I don't know that
Whoa, wait a
erupted.
state inside. You talking about erupt? See, you not. You do it too
He
much.
had
That's
his
what the
face
state
in
inside.
what?
Really?
She said, now his wife and daughter are speaking out about
You know
it.
what?
And says someone stole his
This-
laptop and phone. You can say you lied all you want to.
This
That's
whole-
him on there doing it.
He said
This
that it
whole
was. He
segment
tried
going
to
off the
even say
rails.
he tried to say in the
Right.
video that it was that he didn't know that he was being recorded. You looked at the camera. You took it out of her hand.
Absolutely.
But you did it, recorder or not. You did it.
Look, it's him, but I wanted to add this last lie in because if this is not just exclusive to ATL, folks, we in for a wild ride in 2025. I'm gonna say that.
Wait, so does that? So I have a question for the men. Then, if you suck on a dildo, does that make you gay? I just want to know.
Yeah.
What's the vote? It's just a toy,
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
I don't give a damn.
I've said
Yes.
this many times. Every night,
Yes.
my treat as I go to, I'm watching my shows. I buy these ices. You will never see me eating an icy. You will never actually see me eating an icy. Now, when I'm in the privacy of my own home, I eat that icy, but you ain't gonna catch nothing long going down my goddamn throat.
I don't even know why Tasha. I don't even know why you asked that damn question to us. Yeah, you might need to get another panel for that question because this
No.
panel gonna be like,
No.
hell.
No, because an icy is bad enough, Tasha, but if it's a actual penis-looking dildo and you sucking on it,
Nah,
look,
ain't
stop
no,
playing
ain't
around.
no.
Go on and
Yeah,
get
no.
the real thing and stop
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
around.
You ain't never lie.
What the
You know what? I'm
Folks, what
you know
I
what?
would
Hannah,
love
You
to
know
do,
see
what?
the video?
I'm done with.
I'll
Hey, let me
Sit over here.
let me go walk my fish and fly my cat.
know that's
this
right.
conversation.
what I'm going to
ready
look
go
for,
walk my
folks,
fish.
being that we
Right
had
there.
the 10 lies that men tell, I'm going to see if I can find an article to examine it from the women's side, and I may do another city. I think that would be a nice fun thing to do.
Wow.
Realize I said, what if your girl wants you to taste her juices off of it? Nope. Not on no dildo real estate
No.
inside.
No dildo, homie.
You know, nope, not gonna happen.
No.
That wasn't the side he was sucking on anyway.
Thank you,
No.
thank you. So no, he was in his own world, but and I will say this: we won't be doing a show next Saturday, folks, and we're gonna let you know that now. And that is because next weekend is Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of, being that I won't talk to you guys through this, so I already know where the postings lie. They're
At
making it plain.
Sit
and
your
plain.
ass down, Shahana. Sit your
They
ass
got
down. We ain't need to see all
egos
that
for
crap.
sure. Folks, everybody
Yeah.
watching, what's your picks? Who you picking? I want to know.
Saquon is MVP. Mahomes can go home. So I got. You see my shirt?
I see, baby. I
All
see.
right.
Listen, we
Kenny
want it
Tasha?
in blood.
You see this cup?
We want it in blood.
You already
They
know.
beat us
Uh-oh.
last time.
All
We
right.
want it in blood.
One woman has said, she going
Let's
to
go,
fly,
baby.
Eagles fly too.
Stop playing with us.
Let's
So
go.
far, Eagles. Who you got, Tasha?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Who you got, Kenny?
Y'all let
Back
go.
here
Just
for-
to be adversarial.
If we was for the Chiefs,
You
she would said the Eagles.
He says, I'm sick of Mahomes.
Here for
Bill
it.
says, I'm sick of Mahomes.
Now,
Kenny, are you
Now,
you,
y'all-
look, if you don't want to pick your pick, because I know you're going to do your own segment, you want to reserve your pick?
now y'all already know. Y'all got to come watch TFG Sports Media next Sunday.
I get it.
Oh,
To
okay.
get my pick.
Because
I'm gonna have a live guest from the Super
right.
Bowl. My good brother Michael Coleman. We're gonna be live. He's gonna be
Okay,
in New
okay.
Orleans
Okay.
because Patrick Mahomes
my favorite
is
couple.
looking to go
Don't-
3 in a
don't hate-
row.
don't
Who's
hate
from
me.
Texas? So I ain't picking. Y'all gotta watch my show if y'all want to know
Okay.
my pick.
Terrence says,
Okay.
I hope Philly wins, but I'm picking Kansas City Chiefs to win. So
That's all right. Just send the love to Philly. That's all right.
Postons, don't hate me, but I'm picking the Chiefs. And
Picking an L.
look, I'm not going to be sad, but I want Mahomes to do something that's never been done.
It ain't gonna be done against us.
See, don't make me cuss. I think you just
I just think that would be the greatest
Upset
sports
ever.
story.
The greatest upset ever.
And mind you, I love Tom Brady, but I would love to see it happen in this. I would love to see Mahomes do it.
Well, he's not. So you gonna be seeing nothing.
Real
but-
estate said neither of them deserve it. Should have been. The Texans ain't even ready for
Texans
this
ain't not
shit.
even in this
They
conversation.
ain't even ready.
Don't
for this
listen
shit.
to the real estate. First of all, let me say this. Don't listen to the real estate insider because he picking the Texans and he supposed to be a Cowboy fan.
That's
So
it.
Oh,
Cowboys-
shit.
he don't even have
Oh,
he ain't
shit.
got a dog in the race. So don't even listen to what he posts up there. For real.
We will, on
And
the
I love
other
you,
side of
Lamb,
this,
but stop it. Bandwagon.
we will know. And if you want to check out or the fallout, check in on Monday's night for TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes, and we will find out what's what. But she says the what? Who are they? So we're gonna find out by then. But again, being that it's Super Bowl weekend, if you're like me, you're probably gonna be planning your meal. Hon, I can't wait to see what you make when you post
already
it, because I
know.
already know you're gonna throw some shit together. I got my little meal planned out for Saturday, so that I'm gonna turn on both TVs and I'm gonna watch.
Speaking of meals, let me give y'all a little Super Bowl history fact about meals since you brought that
Okay.
up. Super Bowl Sunday is the second most food consumption
Yep.
in the
I believe
United
it.
States
I believe it.
behind Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I believe it. I
People
believe it.
consume more food during Super Bowl weekend.
Because guess what you
Yeah,
see at the
any
grocery
other
store
holiday.
now?
Yeah.
Big displays of potato
Yeah.
chips and snacks and this, that, and the other.
Right.
And just like 4th of July,
Right.
you're going to see meat on sale, this,
Right.
that, and the other. So this is a good time to go grocery shopping, folks, to catch some deals because they're going to put them
Right.
out there. Grown woman says she going to a
But,
sports bar.
but,
I know that's what's going
but
on.
real talk.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, but real talk, y'all check me out next Sunday. I'm gonna be having live my guest live from New Orleans. He's
Do me
gonna
a
know
favor,
what's
Kenny.
going down
Send
the
us a
big
ping, man. Send us a ping if you will.
I
me a
send a link.
Please,
10,
come on.
yeah,
I would love to check it
10:30
out.
a.m. Y'all can catch me every Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. But I will
PC,
send it out.
I want to
Michael
watch it at
Coleman,
home
my
with
good
no
brother, he's gonna be in
distractions.
New Orleans.
Both TVs
So
on.
we're gonna talk. Yeah, we
That's what's
talking
up.
Super Bowl. Everything Super Bowl. So
That's what's up.
yeah, y'all
That's
make
what's
sure
up.
y'all check me out next Sunday. All right.
Okay.
We
Okay.
good.
Well, last comment. She says it's going to be fun. I'm going with my son and nephew. That's what's up. That's what's up. Enjoy, sweetheart, for sure. Hopefully, y'all have some good weather. Again, enjoy the rest of your weekend. If your day was like it is here, it is absolutely stunning outside. It's gorgeous. So enjoy it while it lasts, because that damn summer gonna be coming too quick. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Hey, no, I'm waiting on it.
Me
So I
too.
can get my tan. So
next week
I get my tan.
to the mid 70s. We heading to the mid 70s starting on Tuesday. Ain't that-
Yeah.
I'm looking a little
Yes,
pale
I
right
love it.
So I'm
I
going to
love
enjoy
it.
this right
Let's
now.
come on with it.
But anyway, last thing, since I won't see you guys, I'm trying to squeeze it on my thing. Let me recommend a show to the family if you haven't watched. I'm just now discovering it. This is an old show called Carnival Row.
Oh, that was our show with Orlando
Yeah,
Bloom.
yeah.
Yes.
Y'all watched it already?
Yeah, I'm mad that they canceled it during COVID.
I am just now discovering it, and it is just it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's just a great show. So anyway, I'm not watching any NBA. I will not watch the All-Star game.
Me neither.
Ain't nobody did.
I won't either.
It's
I
sad.
mean neither.
Wow. I thought I was the
I'm
only
not
one.
watching nothing.
I thought I was the only one. So
I'm not watching.
anyway, that's why I'm recommending find you a good show and get into that. And again, and we won't be here next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, me and Tasha will plan something fun and exciting. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know, the next Saturday after that'll be Valentine's Day weekend. By the way,
So probably won't be a show then either.
just to let you know, because the Valentine's Day is on the 14th.
Okay, quality of life.
Which is a Friday. It's a Friday this year.
Right, it's a Friday. Right.
You might have a show because Valentine's Day is on a Friday.
Okay,
It's on a Friday.
I'm gonna play with the idea. Kind of think of I might do something. I might come in and do something. But for all you people who got Valentine's, happy love.
Wow.
I ain't got
I
nobody.
ain't got no
Too damn
Valentine.
fat to eat chocolate, so I'm gonna make it do what it do. But
It just
I
be
got
me
some
and my
blue
five. It be
crab
me and my
Coke.
5 fingers on that day.
I ain't doing that either, son. Folks, I
Light
got
some
my
candles, make it
blue crab
romantic.
cooking.
I'm gonna make it romantic. I'm gonna light some incense.
No,
I'm gonna have Johnny Gill playing. Put on your
That's
red
what's
dress,
up.
and
That's
it's
what's
gonna
up.
be me. It's gonna be Mary and her 4 sisters on that weekend.
That's what's up, my bro.
What's
Can
going
y'all
on?
act right?
What's going on?
See, every now and then,
Mama
Kenny,
knows.
we are the flip side. Every now and then, he the bad one. See, I'm being good. I'm being good. Grown woman says, TMI, Kenny. So that's my brother right there. I'm being the good one tonight. So
Go Birds.
absolutely. Have a great rest of your weekend. And again, even though it's cold where grown woman is, stay warm if you need to. Enjoy the weekend, folks. I'm glad you tuned in to have a little laugh with us. Please, please, please. We're off to a great start for 2025. Go into this year with laughing more and paying attention to your mental sanity. Have fun, smile, laugh. We're going to be all right. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you on the other side. Everybody have a good one. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.